This sequence of projects needed yet one more dimension, and I discovered it very much within the construction of the original stencils. I remember taking a sharpened white pencil point and putting it into the interval, which is the stencil, and leaving a trail on the black paper. It occurred to me to make that trail, that mark, a physical trail. And I looked for a way to accomplish it and finally decided to make a series of curtains that enlarge the stencils physically so that they stand in space as almost as if floating. I see this as kind of a drawing suspended in space. And it's possible, therefore, for the viewer who is experiencing these panels in a three-dimensional gallery to walk behind the pieces and actually find that the stencil images are transferred onto their own bodies. So this relationship between moving from this intimate experience to an environmental one seemed to be an exciting potential here. I've made 4 of the curtains that are based on 4 subjects from the quilts, and they are in the process of being explored in terms of their three-dimensional application. I just wanted to mention one other thing here, because this actually is a potential that I see evolving into another series of works, and that is to take the familiar subjects. Here is the blindfolded lady, the horse, as you can see, the profile of the woman who's holding the doll. But in this case, I've taken the doll and I have turned its head and I've given it more human characteristics. What I tried to do in this piece was to kind of begin to see if I couldn't develop a little bit more of a psychological response to these subjects, as though, kind of like in Stephen Sondheim's Into the Woods, you have stories, people from different stories that start to meet one another. The prince meets the milkmaid, and something happens that is not part of the original narrative. This is the wheel from the baby buggy, the chair, and in final installation, I will project the image of the colored patterned original textile onto the surface of the chair. Perhaps we can look at the other 3 pieces and see a little bit more about what that potential is.